Hey guys, what's up? Kamusta? And welcome to Simple Talk, in where I talk about anything that is science related, in what we do each day, and in what we use every day. So, my name is Paul, and welcome. Today, I would like to talk about, I would like to be serious pala, a little bit serious today because a friend of mine asked me, a friend of mine from Europe asked me about what do I think about the COVID-19 here in the Philippines and the way we handle it. And here's what here so here's my perspective about it. So first things first, I would really like to say thank goodness that our government is listening to the science community here in the country. I mean, we're really listening to the doctors, to the scientists that we have, to the professionals that knows what to do in this kind of situation, that knows about science. So thank goodness that we have done that, that we're not sorry for this, that we're not ignoring about it, we're not just taking for granted, because as you know, countries that have taken for granted science in their communities, like, have really made some bad choices right now. Because, like, for example, in the States, Bill Gates, yeah, the billionaire Bill Gates, had already predicted this 4 years ago pa lang. He said that in his TED talk that there will be a great pandemic that will be coming in the near future because of data that he had. So I don't know what happened to those people who listened, but nobody, wala yata na kinig talaga sa kanya. And also another example, uh, Dr. Fauci, the top leading infectious disease specialist there in their country, in the States, is being death threatened by some American people because they don't like the way Fauci handles the coronavirus. Because you know what, Fauci is just saying, let's wear some masks, let's just implement more social distancing, physical distancing, and he also said about let's give more strong restrictions to the enhanced quarantine there. But people don't like it. Some of people don't like it. So that is quite unfortunate to hear. And so what happened? Right now, the United States have 20,000 deaths. So that is quite alarming for them. And luckily for us, even though that we are in the third world country, we still have time to listen to our experts. And we're not really ignoring them. Thank goodness. So, because on the other hand, right, like Singapore and South Korea, even though that they're first world country, they have really prepared for it. They went to Wuhan, China, and investigate, and they immediately implemented their lockdown there in their country. So at least doon sa kanila, less fatalities. And dito naman sa atin, hopefully, hopefully talaga, we're flattening the curve na dito sa Pilipinas. So, good job that we have listened to the science community. So that's it. And the next point that I would like to give is that to the Philippine government, especially to the executive government, the Duterte administration. Even though that we have started this really unprepared, because nobody really expected how severe this virus could be. And then we only have what accumulated 300 billion peso to spend for this kind of situation. And unlike the United States have accumulated 2.2 trillion dollars to stop it, but still they have 20,000 deaths right now. But for but for us, we didn't we have listened, just like what I said earlier about we listened to our science community, and then we made some drastic measures immediately, even though some people don't like it, didn't understand it, because I don't know why. I don't want to be so political about this, but they think that their freedom is being trampled, but actually it is not. It is just protecting the people here, especially those people who are living in the slum area. I mean, they're the ones who's really going to be affected the most, because if the coronavirus will really have their hideout there in the slum area, then it would be like a fiesta to them, a festivity for the virus. And for sure, if we didn't made some drastic measures, drastic enhanced quarantine, lockdown, or whatever term that we used to it, then for sure we had countless deaths already here in this country. So kudos also to the government, especially to our president, who doesn't give a who doesn't give a shit. for pardon for the word, but he's really doing his best. I mean, you could see it in his face, in his appearance, that this hardship that he's enduring. But I know that destiny is really giving us the opportunity, because he is really the best president for this kind of job. Don't get me wrong, Pinoy was different, GMA was different, but there's no other better president to handle this kind of situation than our president right now. And I don't want to be political because I don't know much about the politics here, but all I know is that he's not the man that you expect, that put some data when every time he speaks, but every time his heart open up to his mouth, you could really listen his passion to help our country. So for those Aus Duterte sayers, please stop it, because it won't help the country. And if you want to change the Philippines, then we're still in a democratic country. We still have elections this 2020. So if you hate this present government, then vote instead of complaining and going to the streets and rallying. You're just how do you say this, making the pandemic even worse. You're not helping, you're just making everything worse talaga. And stop using the innocence of other people. So, but enough about it. I don't want to be so political. Anyways, so good job for the Duterte administration. Keep it up. And the third final point that I would like to share is thank you for the frontliners who have given sacrifice. Who have given so much sacrifice. Doctors, nurses, even though they have low salaries compared to other countries, but after this, I hope we could give the best compensation for them, so that they won't leave. Wala nang lalayas na nurse dito sa Pinas sana. And what about those volunteers, those unsung heroes in the utility workers in the hospital, the social workers in the local government, who is working even on weekend just to prepare the relief goods, just to prepare it properly so that they would know there would be no panicking in the community. So kudos to everyone. Kudos to everyone who is sacrificing. And you know what? Let history judge itself, not of our negligence, but for our heroes, our sacrifices. So that's a very good way uh, to tell our grandchildren about our sacrifices. And finally, to sum this all up, in short, guys, we should not just give money to the charity, but also we have to invest in in the science frontier, in the scientific progress, because we don't know what would be the next pandemic would be. Although there are speculations that climate change is the next big problem we're going to face. So that's it. I hope that I could have shared something for everyone, including to my friend who is watching this. So, nahirapan ako mag-English ngayon. Joke. So, anyways, thank you guys.